Manchester United are pushing in talks with the agent of the player and are also pushing in talks with West Ham to try find a solution. So Manchester United are on it. They also have an interest in Crysencio Summerville, the winger from West Ham. So Man United keep asking about Summerville and keep working on a deal for Matheus Fernandez. Tottenham, in a separate story from Tonali, are in conversations with the agent of Matheus Fernandez. Tottenham made direct contact with the agent of the player, and so Tottenham have an interest in Matheus Fernandez. Now, let's see what's going to happen, because Tottenham are calling, Manchester United are negotiating, Tottenham are very focused on Sandro Tonali, but as I told you, Matheus Fernandez is a separate story. So that's the situation as of now.
Welcome back. United fans' reports from Fabrizio Romano have added even more encouragement for Manchester United fans. Romano suggests that United have been working on the Matheus Fernandez deal for several weeks and have already established direct contact with both West Ham and the player's agent. Discussions regarding personal terms have reportedly already started, indicating that this is no ordinary transfer rumour. This is a concrete negotiation. This is a genuine pursuit. This is a player Manchester United clearly believe can strengthen Michael Carrick's project. In fact, Romano states that United are currently the most advanced club in the race, despite interest from Tottenham. That will certainly give supporters confidence. When Fabrizio Romano describes a club as the most advanced in negotiations, fans know there is usually serious substance behind the story. There is also an important update regarding Marcus Rashford. Reports indicate Manchester United are currently expecting him to return to Carrington around 3 weeks after England's World Cup campaign concludes. At that stage, he would rejoin first-team training and be available to Michael Carrick during pre-season preparations. This remains one of the biggest stories surrounding Manchester United because Rashford's future continues to generate intense discussion. Barcelona appear unlikely to pursue a permanent move, while Bayern Munich have previously been linked. Yet, as things stand, a return to Carrington appears the most likely scenario. My view is straightforward. Rashford remains a tremendously talented footballer. On his day, he can still terrorise defenders, score spectacular goals, and change matches. The challenge is rediscovering consistency and confidence. Michael Carrick may believe he can help Rashford return to his best level. If that happens, United could effectively feel like they have a major new signing without spending a single pound. Do you think Rashford deserves another opportunity at Old Trafford, or do you believe the club should move in a different direction? Let us know, because opinions on this subject remain strongly divided. Meanwhile, another fascinating name continues to emerge in discussions between Manchester United and West Ham, Crysencio Summerville. The Dutch winger possesses explosive pace, direct dribbling ability, and the confidence to attack defenders relentlessly. Modern football is increasingly dependent on players who can create chaos in 1-versus-1 situations, and Summerville certainly fits that description. Imagine him attacking defenders at Old Trafford, driving towards the Stretford end with space ahead of him and supporters roaring him forward. It is easy to understand why Manchester United would be interested. The club have often lacked consistent penetration from wide areas, and Summerville could provide exactly that. The big question is whether United will turn that interest into a formal move. Would you like to see Summerville wearing the famous red shirt next season? Moving away from West Ham-related discussions, another extraordinary report has emerged involving Real Madrid midfielder Aurélien Tchouaméni. According to reports, Manchester United are considered serious contenders should Real Madrid decide to move the French international this summer. Make no mistake, this is huge. Tchouaméni is widely regarded as one of the finest defensive midfielders in world football. He combines physicality, tactical intelligence, composure on the ball, and elite defensive awareness. These are qualities that every top manager values. If there is even a small opportunity to sign a player of that caliber, Manchester United should be paying close attention. From my perspective, Tchouaméni would instantly transform the midfield. He possesses the authority and presence that supporters have wanted for years. He can shield the defence, dominate duels, recover possession, and launch attacks with intelligent passing. The prospect of Tchouaméni controlling matches in front of Old Trafford's passionate supporters is certainly an exciting one. However, there remains one major obstacle. Real Madrid would need to decide that he is available for transfer in the first place. Until that happens, any deal remains speculative. Still, football has taught us many times that situations can change very quickly during the transfer window. As if Tchouaméni was not ambitious enough, fresh reports also suggest Manchester United are monitoring Eduardo Camavinga. The talented French midfielder is reportedly valued at around 60 million euros, and while his preference remains staying at Real Madrid, he would reportedly be open to a Premier League challenge. Camavinga is one of football's most versatile midfielders. He can operate as a defensive midfielder, central midfielder, and even at left-back when required. His energy levels are extraordinary, his ball-carrying ability is exceptional, and his technical quality is undeniable. Imagine a Manchester United midfield containing players such as Fernandez, Camavinga, or Tchouaméni. Suddenly, the squad would look far more dynamic, athletic, and technically secure. This is exactly why many supporters are becoming increasingly excited about these rumours. Whether these deals ultimately happen remains uncertain, but there is no doubt the club appears focused on strengthening the midfield department significantly. Which player would you choose if you could sign only one? Matheus Fernandez, Aurélien Tchouaméni, or Eduardo Camavinga? That is a debate guaranteed to divide opinions among the fan base in defence. Manchester United continue to be linked with Everton centre-back Jarrod Branthwaite. Reports suggest Everton are demanding around £70 million, despite interest from Manchester United, Manchester City and Bayern Munich. Branthwaite remains one of England's most highly rated young defenders and is reportedly keen on a move to Old Trafford. His aerial dominance, composure in possession and physical presence make him an attractive target. The only concern is the price tag. £70 million is a substantial investment, and United must carefully consider whether that figure represents value for money. Nevertheless, Branthwaite has all the attributes required to become a long-term cornerstone of the defence. Finally, there is an intriguing development involving former Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood. Arsenal, Tottenham and Roma are reportedly interested in signing him from Marseille, with the French club potentially needing to sell due to financial pressures. The reported valuation stands at approximately €80 million. Here is the fascinating part for Manchester United supporters. The club would reportedly receive 40% of any future transfer fee because of the sell-on clause included in Greenwood's move. Unbelievable, but true. If a deal of that size materialises, Manchester United could receive a significant financial boost without needing to negotiate a transfer themselves. As the transfer window continues to gather momentum, one thing is becoming increasingly clear. Manchester United are working aggressively behind the scenes. Whether it is Matheus Fernandez, Crysencio Summerville, Aurélien Tchouaméni, Eduardo Camavinga or Jarrod Branthwaite, the club appears determined to strengthen multiple areas of Michael Carrick's squad. The coming weeks could prove decisive. Which signing excites you the most? Which player would transform Manchester United instantly? And do you believe this transfer window could be the one that finally pushes the Reds back towards the very top of English football? Let us know your thoughts, Reds, because the conversation is only just beginning. However, according to recent reports, Manchester United have pulled out of the race for Sandro Tonali due to the enormous financial package required to complete the deal. Newcastle's valuation, reported to be around £100 million, alongside significant wage demands, has made the transfer increasingly difficult for United. Instead, United are reportedly prioritising a move for Lewis Hall, with the club viewing the Newcastle defender as a more important target for Michael Carrick's squad rebuild this summer. Reports suggest United do not believe they can realistically fund both Hall and Tonali in the same transfer window. Make no mistake, this is huge. If Hall arrives, it would strengthen a position that United have been keen to improve for months, while the club can then focus on alternative midfield options. Reports continue to link United with midfielders such as Mateus Fernandez as the search for reinforcements continues. The Sun. My view for United fans: Lewis Hall is younger, fits the long-term project, and would solve a key positional issue. Tonali is a fantastic midfielder, but spending £100 million plus on one player could limit United's ability to strengthen other areas of the squad. Would you rather United sign Lewis Hall and another midfielder, or spend everything on Tonali? Drop your thoughts.